remember, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what university you did say this specifically at, but you did state that you believe that the Holocaust was not as bad as abortion. So in other words, you believe that abortion is worse than the Holocaust.
The Holocaust in some ways was far more evil,
Okay.
but as far as magnitude, the abortion crime is more evil. And I can explain more if you'd like. Okay, yeah, but a human life is a human life, regardless of how advanced it is or whether it can feel pain. It still has moral worth.
Right, but I found it interesting. You said it's worse, so I think that what
so it's worse in numbers. Just to reiterate the point, what maybe you could tell me, a 4-week-old baby who may or may not feel pain. Let me take your argument and say the 4-week-old baby cannot feel pain.
A 4-week-old baby that's outside of the womb or in the utero.
In utero.
Okay, understood.
So, what is the moral difference of that 4-week-old baby versus you?
Versus me?
Yeah. Why do you matter more than that 4-week-old baby?
And then you have just take a 4-year-old kid. All right. There are more people who most likely know that 4-year-old kid. That 4-year-old kid has the ability to understand fear, the fact that its life is in danger, and so therefore there's probably more reason, right, to not terminate the life of that 4-year-old rather than the life of the 4-week-old.
So there's so much wrong with that argument. Okay. So under that belief system,
sure.
If by government decree they said let's eliminate the Down syndrome kids.
Do Down syndrome people still have the ability to feel pain, recognize fear,
Some,
recognize sadness?
But it's highly diminished. But this is not a hypothetical, actually.
Okay.
It's actually you must get an abortion in Iceland if you have a Down syndrome baby. You must.
Yeah, that's really terrible.
Okay, we agree.
Yeah.
Right, but why is it terrible? The abortion, it doesn't matter that much, right? It's just like a clump of cells. Should it be legal if a mom finds out she's having a girl?
Okay.
But she wants a boy. Should she be able to abort that 3-week-old?
Yes.
Just
sure.
to understand. But so what you are arguing for is eugenics. Just so we are clear. Your view is that the baby, if all of a sudden you get a blood test that you don't like, that it's. By the way, you could tell a lot of your baby's DNA test now. How tall it's going to be, its average IQ, brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes, whether it's going to be likely overweight, obese, whether or not it's going to be a boy or a girl. So if you get anything that you don't like, you say, my body, my choice, get it out of the shopping cart. So what I want to make sure we're clear. You came here asking about the Holocaust. I'm going to complete the full circle. What you just talked about, sex-selective abortion, is Nazi eugenics philosophy, which is that we will eliminate those that we don't want.
Interesting. You're exactly right. You did get me on that one.